Today, it's almost 2 o'clock here on Sunday, February 2nd, 2025, I'm sorry. And what are these guys doing? This is where I fed the lambs. I grabbed a 5-gallon bucket and sat on it. I fed the bottle lambs. Then some of the sheep, they come up to me, they're really curious. They just come up to me and say hi and let me pet them and stuff. Anyway, right now it's about 75 degrees. It is warm. It's going to get warmer. We're going to get temperatures up to almost 80 degrees this week. And next week's going to be more back to same temperatures, but not that much, in the 50s and 60s. So just kind of checking on the lambs and the sheep. I will note, let's go take a look at the bottle jaw lamb. I think this morning I came out to the field and I was pretty sure that she was done. She'd given up. But I come out here, I saw her laying down on her side, so I thought it's over. You know, I was thinking, like, when am I going to come over here to butcher her? But she was still breathing, and she saw me, she moved, and then I picked her up, put her on her feet, and she started walking. Now she's not walking, well, she's walking a lot better than she was. Like, her back feet, like she would trip over her own hooves. And you can see the swelling on her jaw is almost gone. I carried her to the water. I wanted her to get some water. She didn't want any water. Her belly seemed kind of full, not like tight, like bloat, but full. So she wasn't where I left her this morning. This morning she was like crawling on her knees. She wasn't walking like she's walking now. But to me, she seems better than she's ever been, aside from not being able to walk straight, So I don't know. Maybe I'll come by tomorrow morning and find her dead. Maybe she'll be completely healed. I don't know. But she had a little bit of manure next to her. And as you can tell, like, her rear's kind of dirty. The manure was a little bit chunky. Normally it comes out like rabbit pellets. That's what I'd consider normal sheep manure. Sometimes they get a little runny, which is a good symptom of just being overloaded with worms. But that's what their manure is supposed to look like, little, raisins. They extract a lot of moisture out of the manure, so it has to come out like little pellets. But where was she? She was like around here somewhere. Like, her manure really wasn't that extraordinary. Sometimes when they're dying, they lie over on the side, they poop, and they don't move. So I was expecting a big pile of poop. This might have been her or something like that. They just lie on their side and they poop. But no, I think it's down here actually. It's hard to tell. I think this is her manure. Yeah, that's her manure. That's what was next to her butthole. So as far as I know, she's been laying down all day so far. And it's a little thicker than normal. I don't know. Maybe she'll survive. Maybe she'll survive. If I made a video about every sick sheep, especially when I get up to 300, I'm about at 100 right now. If I made a video about every sheep that got sick, I'd be making a lot of videos. I just have to accept the fact that I'm going to lose a certain percentage of the sheep every year. Just because of, you call it bad genetics, whatever you want to call it, but, stuff happens. And not like cows. Cows are a lot more resilient than sheep, And one of the reasons why I started with Longhorns was I didn't want my first year of doing cattle watching, cows die. That's not what I wanted to do. The Longhorns are really hard to kill. I knew that even if I'm completely incompetent, they'll probably survive. And I'll learn a little bit about, what not to do, taking care of my Longhorns. And for the most part, that was true. And I do recommend starting with like Corriente or Longhorn or some breed like that. That's really hardy, especially if you don't know what you're doing with grazing. Get a little experience and kind of start to figure things out and get to see what's happening. But now that I'm not really that uncomfortable with watching animals die, because it happens. You can't really do much about it sometimes. and it's not like a earth-shattering event it's going to make me rethink my life plans. You know what I mean? By the way, this sheep here, either that's some fat under her jaw or she's got a little bit of bottom jaw herself. I don't know. But it's just, like Greg Judy doesn't even talk about his dead animals. He doesn't even mention them. He doesn't want people thinking about them. Because if you thought about every animal that died, you wouldn't be farming. It'd just be too much heartbreak. So, but anyway, that little guy, she's trucking along. I don't know. I couldn't ask for a better result right now. When these ruminants, when they lie down and they don't get up, that's the end. They need to be standing to properly breathe and to properly cycle all the fluids in their body. If they lay down and don't get up, that's it. Don't even bother calling a doctor. It's too late by that point. So that's what she was doing this morning. Anyway, maybe a happy result will come with this. Regardless, she is going to be cold. If she does survive, I'm just going to sell her with the lambs at the next time I sell things. I can't have her stick around. That's not what I'm for. Let somebody else take care of her and somebody else give her dewormer and feed her and stuff or whatever else she needs, but I can't do it. That's not my operation. My operation only works if the animals feed themselves and are healthy on their own. So that's all I got. Guys, take care. Bye-bye.